Hey, what's up guys? Phil here from Aspire Fitness. Welcome back to the Japanese bento box series. This is going to be part 3. In today's recipe, we got salmon and furikake rice with a lot of vegetables, tomatoes, asparagus. If you guys want to check out part 1 and part 2, make sure to click the links in the description below. And yeah, there's a lot of protein in this dish. We're going to show you the macros along the way. So let's get cooking up, guys. So in today's recipe, we got a salmon, egg, and furikake rice bento box. It's going to be pretty simple to make, so let's get into it, guys. So the ingredient list will be down in the description below, so make sure you get everything before you start this recipe. So we're going to start off today's recipe with a really simple kind of soy sauce and mirin marinade here. We're going to be starting off with 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. So now we got 1 teaspoon of mirin. This combination of soy sauce and mirin is really like the basis of Japanese cooking. You can find this combination in almost any Japanese dish. So now we got maybe half a teaspoon of Japanese sake. This adds a little bit of freshness and a little layer of bitterness. If you don't want alcohol in your dish, feel free to just omit this. Up next, we got 1 tablespoon of water just to kind of mellow out the flavors. So now we're going to top it off with 1 teaspoon of monk fruit sweetener. This stuff is really amazing, guys. It's almost in every single one of our videos and our recipes because it adds a lot of sweetness just like sugar does, except it doesn't add any calories coming from carbs or sugar. So it works especially well in sugars like this, especially in a sauce that really relies on it. So make sure to just put 1 teaspoon in there. So now let's prep up our salmon just by kind of patting it down with like a paper towel. What that does, it really helps kind of the salmon form a really nice crust. So now we're just going to lightly season with salt and pepper because we did make that sauce from earlier, and if we kind of seasoned it too heavily here, it would be a little bit overkill. So on medium heat, we're just going to use a little bit of oil here. We're going to push that fish down. We're going to go on medium heat because if we go on high heat, it's going to really easily burn that fish, and it's really delicate here, so make sure to go medium and take your time with this. So after 3 minutes on one side, we're just going to flip it and go 3 minutes on this side as well. So now that we cooked each side for 3 minutes, what we're going to do is we're going to put the sauce in there. But before you do that, make sure that the heat is on low because if you put it on high, it's just going to kind of burn, and really don't want that in this dish. So make sure it's low, put the sauce in, and baste the fish so all those flavors can seep in. So that is really it for the cooking portion of this whole video. It's a pretty simple recipe, guys, and I think that's really the beauty of this dish, right, is that it's so simple yet it's so delicious. And this is actually a really popular breakfast item in Japan. I know it's a little weird to eat this for breakfast here in the States, but if you guys want a healthier alternative to breakfast, maybe make this and kind of take it as a bento box for, you know, work or for kind of your next breakfast or your next meal. So we ended up using 100 grams of white rice, 4 ounces of salmon steak, 1 full egg, 3 stalks of asparagus, and 3 cherry tomatoes, resulting in 35 grams of protein, 31 grams of carbs, and 20 grams of fat. And just a little note here, if you guys do want to save up on the fats, then make sure to use a salmon fillet rather than a steak. That's going to save you a lot more fats and going to add more protein to the dish. So a little bit of a shorter video for today, but it's going to be really awesome to make and it's really delicious to eat. It's going to be high protein, moderate fat, and low carb, so try it out for yourselves, guys. So that is really it for the video, guys. Just letting you guys know that this is part 3 of a 3-part series. So in part 1, we go over tamago omelets along with rice balls, asparagus, and tomato cherries. In part 2, we go over katsu and egg sandwiches along with yakitori meatballs. So if you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. It would really mean the world to us if you could do that. Also, if you like our content, feel free to share it with your friends and your family. It would really be awesome to kind of see your rendition of this meal, right? So if you can make it for yourselves, kind of take a picture and tag us on Instagram or on Facebook at Aspire Fitness Walnut, and that would really be awesome if we could see kind of your rendition and what you kind of decided to do with this dish. Also, we have a blog online called aspirefitnesswalnut.com where we kind of go over your favorite Asian dishes and how to make them healthier. So yeah, hope to see you guys in the next one.